Yo guys, welcome. This is my first tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to animate a Mascot logo like this one you are watching right now on screen. Actually, this is the video I made for the guy who won my contest video, and this won't be a whole video tutorial, but just about this kind of movement. So the first transition and the fists eating kind of on the floor. I will not make the whole tutorial video, just because it would take me quite a long time, and actually at the moment I don't have that time. Okay, so the first stuff we are going to do is just separate all the part that we are going to animate in the video. I already did that, and I divide this logo into all his parts, like the chin, like the eyes, like the mouth, facial features, base of the face, and the horns. In the end, the fists. So let's import it on our composition. Let's create a new folder called maybe EMG, just to keep it simple. And just drag and drop them. Here we go. So we have all these parts on our project panel. Let's create a new composition called maybe face animation, and this composition of course is full HD, so 90/20 and 1080 as the full HD standard, and 30 frames per second, sorry, 15 seconds as length. Okay, import those parts to the composition. Let's order them a little bit, maybe the base of the face in the bottom, the eyes on the top, the mouth is okay, the horn on the bottom too. Okay, so we have just one fist, but it's fine. Let's mute it because we're going to animate it later. So first of all, let's scale all this part maybe to 70 to have them to have more space around the face. Okay, first of all, let's animate the base of the face, which is this one. Let's do that with the puppet tool. Let's set a keyframe here and keyframe here, which are the anchor point of the puppet tool. We are on frame 0, and let's set the end of the animation of the 2 seconds. Okay, so in this point we will have this kind of deformation, because in this kind of in at frame 0 he's going to go up in the composition. So in the frame 15 it will be squashed a little bit, maybe like this. Let's go to 1 second to stretch it again, maybe less than the last time, maybe like this. 1 second and 50 frames. Let's squash it again, and here we have the standard position. So let's see what we have here. Maybe here a little bit less, also here a little bit less. Okay, it's fine. Let's set them to easy keyframe, pressing the shortcut F9. Let's see if they are linear. Set space interpolation to linear. Okay, this looks quite nice. Okay, in order to that we have to work with the position of this object. So set the first keyframe at the 0 time, the same thing to the 2 seconds, to the end of the animation, and here 0 second we are out of the composition for the first transition. So here it's going to the top, maybe here let's set the standard position, which is 540, but a little bit more, just to respect the stretch and squash properties. A little bit more, maybe 480 at 1 second. Let's set again the standard position, 140, but a little bit more, maybe 60 and 10. Here again 1540, but a little bit less, not too much. And here the standard position. Let's see what we have here. Okay, now we have the interpolation. As we did before, let's set the keyframe to easy ease. Let's check if they are linear or Bezier. Let's set to linear. Here we have. So in my opinion, this interpolation is a little bit too long. Maybe the first part is fine, but the other part, I think it will look better if they are shorter. So maybe let's set this a little bit further back, maybe here 1 second, and so let's see how it works. Maybe 2 speed. Oops. There is not a specific rule of this, so just play with the keyframe is the best way to find the right movement. Maybe here need it a little bit longer, and here a little bit further back. Okay, let's increase the easy ease here, maybe to 75, that's fine, and the first one, the very first one, the same, 75. Again to the position one, 75 or so is fine. 74, it's okay, and the last one too. Okay. Maybe this is faster. Let's set here. Here we have a little problem. I don't like this movement, so let's see how we can. I think this is stretched too much. So decrease a little bit the stretch. This is a little bit further. This is too much, maybe decrease a little bit the squash. Okay, we are very, very close to the actual movement that I did here. Take a look, just the base of the face, of course. Let's add the eyes. Let's see how animate the eyes too. Okay, very, very simple. Let's do this. So just copy and paste the position of the base of the face to the eyes. Let's do it with the right eyes, just Ctrl C and Ctrl V at the frame 0. Here it is, and the same things to the left eye. Okay, so we have this kind of animation. I think it squashed a little bit too much here. Just decrease it. Maybe just move this keyframe, which is the point of the puppet tool, the second one here, this one, a little bit further, maybe to 5 frame. And let's move this keyframe a little bit further, 1 frame further. Let's see how it works now. Okay, so let's work with the chin. Activate layer, and of course he's still at the moment. So let's do the same stuff as we did with the eyes. So let's copy and paste the position. Set it at frame 0 to see how it works. So position and Ctrl V. Here it is. So here in the beginning we have kind of mistakes here, but we can fix in so many ways. Maybe just moving these keyframes further back like this. Yes, we have the same stuff here, but so we can keep it, or maybe just doing some modify here, maybe increasing a little bit the position of this one. Same stuff here, maybe a little bit like this. Okay, that's fine. Looks quite good. Okay, so let's go now with the horns. Same stuff. With the left one and with the right one. Looks nice, I guess. Okay, next stuff, we're going to add the features to the base. So pre-compose the base first of all, and leaving all the attributes on it. Open up. Okay, now let's cut and paste the feature first of all. Okay, here we need to fix the scale and the composition because it takes the relative properties of the other composition. 100 here, and the scale to 750. Okay. As you can see here, the facial feature is following the properties of the puppet tool that we added before on the base of the face. So next stuff is the mouth, of course. Let me disable this one. Okay, the fists, and let's cut and paste the mouth on the base of the face composition. Okay, as we did before, let me fix the properties, and here we are. So the mouth movement will not be as the original clip because I wanted to realize something easier to understand and to create. So let me pre-compose the mouth layer, leaving all the attributes on it, of course, and let me do stuff. Let me do this kind of square on the mouth. I will explain you later what's that for. So let me move under it and let me change the color. Okay, so this is because we are going to mask the mouth to edit some movements. And now let me go to the previous composition. Okay, let me copy the position. Okay, now I'm creating a sample layer. I need that just to have the right timing of the interpolation. So let me paste the position stuff here. Okay, now we are going to work on the mouth position. Okay, this looks good. Okay, so first of all, let's duplicate the mouth, pressing Ctrl D shortcut, and let's set the keyframe of the position in the beginning and in the end of the interpolation. Okay, let me go to the first keyframe and let's set the position just to emulate that bouncing that the base of the face does during the interpolation. So this one a little bit down, this one up again, and here to the standard position, just to have this kind of movement. Let me set all the keyframe to easy as keyframe. Let me increase the velocity here. Let me zoom it a little bit. Oops. Okay, not too much. And also this one. Okay, let me see. Okay, we just need to emulate the face movement just to have that kind of bouncing that a normal mouth does during that kind of movements, you know. So let's separate the teeth from the tongue, just mask them. Okay, so let's separate them. And now let's play with keyframe. Okay, let's move a little bit further the mouth keyframe. Okay, just like that. Okay, now we are going to work with that kind of shape that we did before. First of all, let me uncheck this one. Okay, now we need to mask it okay, to have the original mouth shape here. Oops. Okay. A little bit here. Okay, here we have. This is a little bit sharp, but that's fine. Yeah, it should seems like the original mouth, but it looks good. Okay, so here we have this kind of movement. Okay, let me uncheck this one and let me cut and paste in this other composition, because we are going to add that kind of movement also to this precomposition, to the mouth precomposition, just to increase the movement of it. Okay, same stuff here, just little movements, a little bit down here and up again. Oops, wrong layer. Here we are. Okay, let's set them to easy as keyframe. Let's increase the velocity, the speed of the keyframes. Okay, let's check the original composition. Okay, looks quite good in my opinion. Let's zoom in to the mouth. Yeah, looks good. Let me fix a little bit the horns. Let me move a little bit further. Yeah, looks better. Looks better. It's kind of more realistic right now. So next step, we are going to create this animation. So the fists eating on the floor. Boom. Okay, first of all, let's create a new composition called Final. And let's import the face animation. But in this case, we need the fists separated to this composition, because we are going to animate them in other way. Okay, let's create a new camera. 28mm is fine. And let's set just the face animation as a 3D layer. Is a little bit blurred, I guess, because the depth of field is activated. Yes, here it is. So disable depth of field. And okay, so with the camera tool, let's create a nice camera movement. So maybe when he is here at 2 seconds, maybe let's set the keyframe, and maybe at 3 seconds, no, maybe earlier, maybe 2 seconds and 50 keyframe. Let's zoom out a little bit, up a little bit, and let's rotate it. Okay, looks good. So here we have this, maybe. Okay, and then the previous position here. So, hopla. Okay, so we need this part to be a little bit smooth. So let's set all this as is keyframe. Let's increase the velocity here. Oops. Okay. These parts would be so fast. So maybe let's increase maybe this part here a little bit, and this part. Let's see how it looks. Maybe let's move this keyframe a little bit further, and maybe increasing the speed of the easies a little bit more. Also this one. Okay. Okay, looks good. Now, let's animate the fists. First of all, we need to duplicate and trim them. Let's press Ctrl-Shift-D to do that. Let's separate these two with these two. Change maybe color to red. Okay, so here, first of all, we need to move the anchor point of the fist. So this one is the right one. So here in the middle we have the anchor point, but this is not good for our animation, so let's move in the center of the fist. Same thing for the left one. Okay, so if we rotate them, we have something like this, which is what we want. Okay, so let's go to 2 and 20 frame to create the first interpolation. So first of all, we need them to go up a little bit, like this. We need to rotate them like this, maybe. Okay, they don't need to be at the same position, so maybe the left one could be a little bit like this. Okay, and let's scale them like this. So we have this kind of movement. And then we can copy and paste this keyframe. Maybe let's have the rotation like this. So it's more realistic when you punch something. Okay, so let's set all this keyframe to as is. Let's increase the velocity. Let's increase this one. Maybe also the other side. like this. Let's see how it works. Boom. Okay, maybe let's move all these keyframe 2 or 3 frame further. Okay. So here we have nice twitch effects to increase the power of the heat. So maybe let's add it, but first let me add a nice background. So new, solid, the color is fine. Some shade here, maybe a radial, and let's have a nice light blue here, also light blue, but maybe brighter a little bit. Okay, looks nice. So let me add the twitch effects. In my opinion, we can keep the scale here, maybe to 100, maybe. Yeah, it's more powerful. Boom. Boom. Okay. So let's add a new regulation level and add a twitch plugin. So we need it just in this part. So let's trim this layer here and here. Then let's set the keyframes. One here, maybe another one here, here, and here. The mount at 0 in this frame. Here maybe 15. The same here, 15. Oops. 15, and here 0. Let's enable the slide effects. So let's see what we have here. Maybe let's move a little bit further back. Boom. Let's increase the speed of the twitch. Okay, let's move this one like this. Okay, it could work. Here you have these lines, which is the alpha background. Maybe to hide them, just increase the scale of the background. Like this. Boom. Okay, let's add the last thing, which is a nice thickness here to the face. So while he's rotating, we see behind him kind of thickness. So let's duplicate the face and move the second one on the Z axis. So as you can see here, we have some kind of thickness, kind of the bottom of the face, you know. And maybe let's add a tint on it. Let's set this nice dark blue. So here, when he's rotating, we see the thickness. And it seems like 3D or something, but it's just another layer on the z-axis. So guys, here it is. This is the tutorial. Maybe it is a little bit different from the original one, but this is the faster version, kind of. And for those of you guys that ask me how I create this kind of effects, like the thunder, like the energy, like the fire, the smoke, it's just a footage. You can find it on Video Hive, for example. It's called cartoon effects or something like that. Cartoon footage, I don't remember, but you can buy them. So I not created that stuff. It's just drag and drop into your composition. So that's it, guys. If you want to see more, if you want to see more tutorial, maybe write me in the comments what you'd like to see, and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this tutorial, and see you the next time.